to those comments from retired General John Kelly. One of the things you've reported in your books, I reported in my book as well, we've seen it again today, some of the most damning critiques of Donald Trump's character and competence come from those who serve in these top national security positions.
I'll go further than that, George. The most damning critiques of Donald Trump and the most dire warnings about what it would mean if he came back into the White House came from people who served him closest in his administration in the most sensitive and important positions. Let me just go through a few of them. I've written them down so that I don't leave any out, but I'm going to leave some out because there are a lot. Obviously, there's his former vice president. There's Rex Tillerson, who was his Secretary of State. Bill Barr, who was Attorney General. John Kelly, Mark Milley, Mark Esper, who was his defense secretary. Jim Mattis, who was his earlier defense secretary. Dan Coats, who was in charge of the national intelligence. All of these people have come out to issue dire warnings about Donald Trump. And, George, I have to say, it's not just the people that have come out publicly. A lot of others, and you can see them in that they are not endorsing Trump, but they're not speaking publicly. They're worried about the feedback. Let me just read you something that an anonymous, very top official who spent every day time with Donald Trump, served more than a year's administration, told me about Donald Trump. Trump lacks any shred of human decency, humility, or caring. He is a traitor and a malignancy in our nation and represents a clear and present danger to our democracy and rule of law. Again, that is somebody who, just like John Kelly, who was with Trump every day for more than a year in the White House.
Traitor. Let's put that graphic back up there, because I want to make a point here. When you see that graphic of all the people who surrounded Donald Trump, these are the people that were in the Situation Room during the times of crisis. If Donald Trump is elected again, none of those people will be there.
Well, I've spoken to Trump many times about some of these people that have crossed him, and I asked him what his next administration would be like. What he's told me is he didn't know anybody. He had to rely on advice to hire people last time. Now he knows people. He will put people in who are loyal to him. He will put people in that will carry out his orders.
The guardrails will be gone.